Good evening.
Good evening there.
We're live with Sean, Bex and Pauline. Paul.
Good evening.
We're going to speak about a place in St Helens tonight called Mill Street Barracks.
I'm going to tell you all about the ghosts of Mill Street. We are there tomorrow night, so if you're free, join us, buy a ticket and come and join us, come and say hello.
And we're guests joining with a team called North Notts Ghost Hunts. So if you can get a ticket and join us, come over, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed because the place is very haunted.
Yeah. Paul, what was your best experience at Mill Street?
Well, I've been there about a dozen times and the place never disappoints. But I like my gadgets, as you might have noticed. And on two occasions, the first time I got hold of some REMs, I took them into the cellar and we had two set up. Now, it's hard to describe the cellar, but it's in two halves. So if you've been, you know. If you haven't, it's in two halves. And at the bottom half, you turn a corner and you go into the second part of the cellar, and it's two long runs. And I set one REM in the doorway to the other half, and then one halfway up one corridor. And they'd only been there a couple of minutes, and it sounded like something had run past them because one went off and then the other went off. So it was literally like something had just passed one and set it off, and passed the other and set it off. And that was really very impressive. And the other time I had some different variations of Ovilus, and they have like a sonar setting on them, so it will detect your energy, and as you get closer it pings faster and faster. And I had three set up. We had a seance going on, and from where the double doors to the cellar are leading into the hall, I had three in a line heading towards the seance, and each one of them started pinging differently. The first one started fast and then faded as something moved away, and then the second one in the middle started going as something approached, and then the same with the third. But what was also amazing about that night, we had a professional photographer with us, and he was taking some very low level lighted shots on tripods, and we got some amazing shadow figures around the seance, so it all backed up what was going on. Loved the place.
Well, I remember when we went into that place and we did an investigation there, and we've been before a few times actually, and the cellar for me was one of the most spookiest places there. And I know Bear is listening now and says Mary and Bear has made us some protection in pouches.
Really? Bear, thank you so much. I've got mine in my car and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Same here, Bear. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you, Bear. And I'm going to be wearing mine tomorrow.
I'll be wearing mine, yeah.
At Mill Street Barracks.
Yeah.
I'll have mine on with a nice low-cut shirt on, looking like Medallion Man, I think.
Paul's going in a mankini.
Backwards.
So Sean, can I have it back, please?
And I'm going to go naked.
Oh, no one needs to see that. You haven't done your bike ride.
In this weather, mate, you're going to get mistaken for a female. It's that cold, it's shrivel up.
What do you mean in this weather?
Domestic aisle.
No, but on a serious note, the place is very haunted.
It's very, very good. I mean, like you said, both of you, the basement is fantastic. And it really is a spooky place to be. I wouldn't like to be down there on my own. I don't think I've ever been down there on my own. Paul has. I think it may have been the same time as when Sean was on about it. We took some public down in the basement once, and they were young girls, and they weren't very ghosty or anything like that. And they picked up on two young boys having died there. And when we looked into the history of the place, there were two young boys that had died.
That's right, I
in
remember
that basement, and it just opened my eyes a little bit more. This was when we first started ghost hunting.
Yeah, it was. It was strange. Mary's just said I'd love to see the video, but you're not filming this time, are you? We're not filming there this time, no, because of some reasons beyond our control. Yeah, literally, I'll tell you what it was. It's the guy that's running the place can't sign the release, so we can't film there, unfortunately, because it has to go to a committee. But we will be going live. And when we go live, it'll be a fantastic 15 minutes that we'll do.
It's a great place. It really is. I mean, I've told you 2 tales. I've got about 20, I could tell you, because so much goes on there. Yeah. And I don't think it matters day or night.
No.
But on one occasion, there was 5 of us. We'd hired the place, and there was just 5 of us. We were all in the cellar. And you could hear on the upstairs on the wooden, it's a wooden floor, isn't it? You could hear people moving about, just walking back and forth. And we kept going up, convinced somebody else. There was nobody else in the building. We had the run of it. But there was, you could just hear footsteps clear as anything. And it was like marching. And it is a place where they do military parades and what have you. It's what it sounded like. I love the place.
It's funny you should say that, Paul, because when we were downstairs in the cellar, we also heard the same footsteps on the top. Maybe we'll hear that tomorrow if we've both experienced it different times. So maybe we'll hear something like that tomorrow. Maybe
we will, and maybe we'll see some of the dark shadows and entities that are supposed to be down there. Maybe they will come out tomorrow because of the energy of all the people in the building.
Well, I hope so.
Hopefully.
Something else that might happen, not necessarily on a dark thing, but there's unexplained lights in there, like somebody's taken a photo. The doors that lead to the cellar, they've been closed a few times, and the whole round the frame was just lit, like somebody's taken a flash. But again, nobody was in the cellar, nobody's near the lights. But on one occasion that we were there, one of my group had a group in one of the classrooms, and this tunnel of light just appeared in the corner of the room. Everybody witnessed it. It lit the whole thing up, but it was just like a funnel of light that went from there straight through. Now that was on the ground floor. We were upstairs in the room above, and all our equipment went off when they experienced the light. So is there a portal there? That's been a theory. And was that a portal that was being energised?
Who knows?
Maybe tomorrow we should look into that more. Well, is it a portal there? Maybe we should experiment round there.
Yeah.
And potentially do a little live for you guys to watch.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
And you know what? Maybe we should blindfold somebody.
Maybe.
You're getting kinky.
Whatever you're into, Sean.
I might even put on a sailor suit.
You could do.
What are we going to again? I've forgotten. Sounds like a kinky party.
It's a
Sean's stag do.
Bear's saying, I don't feel it to be dark all the time to catch stuff. I don't feel it has to be dark all the time to catch stuff.
No.
Although I did feel early in the morning, like between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m, a lot more energy moves. Was at the height in ICU where I worked. Wow. Crazy energy. And she said, blindfold Bex.
No, that won't be happening, Bear. No.
Blindfold her, tie her to a chair, and we'll go to the pub.
Yeah, we'll put her down in that basement and blindfold her to the chair.
You'll have to buy your own beer, Sean. It's too tight.
And on that note...
It must be true.
Yeah, she's saying yes.
No,
yes,
Bear.
Yes. No, you've got your protection.
I have got my true.
You've got your protection, and we should be safe. And Paul's going to do a protection prayer as well.
Yes, I'm always praying.
He's always praying.
Always praying.
Paul is very spiritual, and he goes to church on a Sunday, and he prays. But will it save us on a Saturday?
There's no hope for you, pal. There really is no hope for you.
Well, you are changing your name to Pauline.
Oh, okay, Sinead. Can I just ask anybody that's listening now, don't refer to him as Sean, it's Sinead now.
Yes, that's true.
So, Paul holds all that ancestor energy. Ooh. Ooh.
I thought he said something else. I'm glad he said ancestor.
No, I thought so.
No, it should be good. It's got hundreds of years history of St. Helens, and don't forget the lipstick. It's got hundreds of years history, and the place has got... how old is that place? Can you remember?
It's not that old, mid-1800s, I think, but it's always been used in a military fashion.
Yeah.
It's now used for sailors, cadets, and what have you. But they've had, during the Second World War,
That's
it was used as dance hall and what have you. We did an experiment with some Glenn Miller stuff, some Winston Churchill. We didn't get anything with that, so we went controversial and started playing some Hitler, what have you.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us what happened.
We got EVP telling us to F off and all the rest of it. We got some really good... So that really wound up whoever was there. We were being disrespectful in... to the place, but we were stretching the experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
We got what we asked for in regards to a response, and we apologised afterwards, which I thought was very important, because we weren't there to upset anybody, just to elicit a response, which we did.
Well, I believe there's supposed to be a couple of kids in the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And a bad fella.
And a bad fella.
Yeah.
And I know that last time that we went, we picked up a female as well.
We did.
There was a female down there. I can't remember what she was doing.
Well, that room used to be used as the...
was it the morgue?
A morgue, wasn't it? So
yeah.
that's the place where we've had the most activity when we visited, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
What used to be the morgue.
Well, there's one room, as you go into the cellar at the very far end on the right. That's the room that tends to push people to the limit. And a lot of people haven't been able to stay in that room. And I had a tug of war with something in there once. I had a monopod with my camera on, and something physically grabbed it, and I had a struggle trying to get hold of it again. So that was a bit... because I will not give my camera up for anything. I will step into the afterlife and kick your ass.
Yes, we've witnessed it. You won't.
He's very tight. But yeah, no, it should be good. So, and obviously, if you can tune in, we'll probably try and give it like a 30-minute warning before we go live tomorrow. We'll go live at some point if we can, if the signal permits as well.
Yeah.
At the same time, if we don't go live, we'll video something and we'll post it afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
But it should be good. It should be haunted. And it's a location that we've been looking forward to. But on that note, now we've got 1 minute left to go.
No!
It always seems to go so quick.
It does go so quick.
So while you're here, if you do listen to this podcast, please make sure you follow us. Give us a like. I don't know how you like it, and I don't know how you follow it.
And perhaps share it as well. Share it with your friends. Do this.
So more people can tune in, because it's live at the time. It's live here on this. It's live on Facebook, and it's live on YouTube at the same time. So we're multicasting.
Ooh.
And tell us your favourite locations. We want to hear your places.
Get in touch via our Facebook page or social media.
Did you hear that?
I did.
It was a big tap. But lost you. Somebody says lost you. We're back. We're still here. But we're going to have to go now, because that's the end of the time for the show tonight. So enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, and cheerio, everybody.
Stay spooky.
Hasta la vista, baby.